Okay, so then you decided to write about the story. And tell me a little bit about the Slacker family.
So, the Slacker family didn't even want to do like their laundry, so the day Violet, she was wearing the curtains of the kitchen.
All right, let's start with the Slacker family didn't even want to do their laundry, and then let's talk about Violet, okay? So let's start with that. The Slacker family didn't even want to do their laundry. This is your practice page. Okay. Look right? Nice done.
The Slacker family.
How's it look? Anything not look right?
The U.
Correct. What might it be instead? It is a vowel.
An A.
Try it. Why don't you write below and see if that works? Does that look right?
Yeah.
You're nearly right. It's an I. Can I show you how it looks? Can I borrow that? You were almost right. You had all the letters. See how that makes it look right? Okay. So I'm going to cover it because now you know what will make it look right. Does that look right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're correct.
Does laundry have a G or a J?
Can I see what you have so far? I'm going to give you spelling boxes for this one. And your L and your A do go there first. Okay, run your finger underneath it.
Laundry.
What else do you hear?
I can hear a Y right here.
Okay, there's a Y at the end. All right. Try it again. I'll go above, you go below. We'll say it slowly together. Lawn.
An N.
Uh-huh. Okay, let's try it again. Laundry.
A D.
Okay.
And R.
Okay.
R.
Mm-hmm. Did you get the R? Okay. So you can't hear what's here. What would you expect to see here? What might make it look right?
I'm not really sure.
Can you find it? It's in the title.
A U.
Try it. See how that looks. So that's the only part that's tricky. But that makes it look right. Okay? So are you ready? And you tell me if you need to look at it. Is that an A that you have there? Okay. Can you look?
Yeah.
Okay.
Laundry.
Okay. Now, your job is to go back, reread, make sure everything looks right, and makes sense.
The Slacker family didn't want to do their laundry.
So it makes sense. Is there anything that doesn't look right that we need to go back and fix?
No.
I see a couple things. see anything that might be a little bit, doesn't quite look right?
The what?
You know it, don't you? Try it a different way up here. You have the right amount of letters, but there's something that doesn't quite look right.
No, that's one more letter.
Correct. So that means you need to change one of your letters. So what letter do you need to change to make it look right? Does that look right? You're correct. Good job. That's good thinking. You were so close. In fact, you can just put that stick right on that O and make that into the A.
Didn't want to do their laundry.
I'm going to show you a couple other quick things that are simple. For didn't, this mark actually goes over here, in between the N and the T. Okay, and here's why. I'll just explain it quickly to you. That actually stands for did not. And since we're taking the O out, that is where that mark goes, the apostrophe. Do you see? Because it's holding the place for it instead. Okay? All right, and there's one more thing. Anytime you're showing ownership, if something is their laundry, like if they own it, their laundry, there's two ways to write the word their. Do you happen to know the other way to write the word their? This is one way that is correct, but this stands for they are over there. If you want to show that they own the laundry, it is their laundry, there's a different way to write it. Do you want to try a different way up here? You might have an idea of how it might look. You're nearly right. The only thing that you have to add in is an I. That means that they own the laundry. It's their laundry, okay?
Their laundry.
Okay. Now, you started to talk a little bit about Violet. What were you saying about what she was wearing?
Violet was wearing the curtains of the kitchen.
Violet was wearing the curtains of the kitchen. If you want, we can look up Violet because names can be kind of tricky.
I don't even know how to spell Violet.
Actually, we can find it on her character page. Do you see it on there?
Yeah.
Okay, go right ahead.
It has an O instead of a like an I.
Names don't necessarily follow any of the rules we typically know as being correct, so that's why sometimes you just have to look at it. All right, so you said Violet was wearing the curtains
Of the kitchen.
of the kitchen. I like how you're trying.
Wearing.
Does it look right yet?
I think that does it.
Okay, you're nearly right. Here's what would make it look right. We have to add in that A. You were nearly right. Good thinking and good looking. All right, so I'm going to cover it. Take a good look. All right. Do you need to look? See if you can try and think about what makes it look right. How's that look? Okay?
Wearing.
You want to try curtains in here? Curtains. Okay, hold on just a moment. I'm going to give you a clue. It does start with a K sound. Sometimes that can be represented with a K, and sometimes it can be represented with what other letter?
C.
Okay, in this case, it does start with a C. Now run your finger underneath it and say it slowly.
Curtain.
Okay, you know that C is there. Go ahead.
R.
Okay.
Curtains. Not S.
Yeah, Let's try in between though here first. Ready?
Curtains.
Tens.
T.
Mhm.
E.
You're nearly right. It's an I, and it's going to go right here. Mhm. If it was just
N.
correct.
An S.
Mhm. Nothing else can be heard. So you have to think about what would look right here. What would make it look
An
right?
E.
Typically it is an E. Watch carefully for a moment. A lot of times we see it ER. However,
It could be an AR.
can be A, that's like an R like in car. It can be R, perfect. It can either be IR, ER, or
AR. U.
U. Those all say So which one would look right here, do you expect?
UR.
Correct. Put the U. Because you've seen it a lot to know that that would make it look right. Now, what letter would you expect to see here to make that look right?
An E.
It is a vowel. Very good. The vowel is an A. So go ahead and put the A in there. So this really is the only part that's tricky because you know is either going to be UR, ER, or IR. And this is the only
Or
part.
AR.
AR is R though. This is So I see it's actually these three choices. Okay? So can you think about how it looks and what you know about this word to help you to write it? Do you think you can write it without looking?
I think I can.
Well, if you need it, I'm going to pick it up for you because I don't want you to have any trouble with it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Very good. If you're not sure how to spell kitchen, also you can tap it.
Kitchen.
You are nearly right. There's just a couple of things I'm going to add in there. All right? Can I borrow this for a moment? If you tap it, let's tap it together.
Kitchen.
Chin. Do you see how that helps us a little bit? Now when you tapped it, I'm actually going to have you try it again. Kit. I want you to write kit. Chen. Do you see how tapping longer words sometimes can help you to hear the parts a little bit clearer?
Yeah.
And so that helped you, didn't it? Okay, so think about how you tapped it if you need to tap it again, and go ahead and write that down.
I was about to put an I.
But you were thinking about how it looked, right? Good for you.
The kitchen. The kitchen.
Okay, and what happened? Did the dog come to the rescue at all?
No.
No.
Well, the dog did tell them that the laundry room.
So he told him about the laundry room? So how could you put that in your story? The dog told them,
That the laundry room was there.
okay, that the laundry room was there. Get it down. You're
This one
nearly
looks
right.
right.
Huh?
This one looks right.
You're nearly right. There's a part in there that you might actually know. Do you know how the word old? Try old up here. Now write the word told. Did that help you? You were so close here. That was a really good try, but something
I
wasn't
didn't
looking
need that
right.
L.
Yeah. So just go ahead and write it down. In the E. Mm-hmm.
Told. Does it need the E? The E?
Because old, you know old, don't you? Mm-hmm. I'm glad you're thinking about it. That won't make it look right, though. Mm-hmm. Okay, now laundry was one of the words you practiced earlier. Do you think you can try it with what you know about that word laundry?
Yeah.
Try it again. And if you need to look, then I'll move the book, okay? Think about the word and what you know about how it looks.
I need to see it.
You need to see it? Okay. Does it look right? Mm-hmm. You knew which there to use, didn't you? Uh-huh. Okay. You want to put a period there? Mm-hmm.
And then
What did they go out and do?
they went to the store and they bought new clothes.
They went to the store and they bought new clothes. Do you want help with the word bought?
Yeah.
I like how you started it. This one is a little bit tricky. Do you want to make an attempt up here?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's what you can hear, isn't it? Good for you. I'm going to actually show you how this works. This is a really tricky one. I know. And you. All three of those you cannot hear. Okay? But this doesn't quite look right either. So these are put in there to make it look right. You want to try it? Okay, do you think you can do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now you know about that word, don't you? Mm-hmm.
This is now close.
Oh, so what do you need to do?
Change it.
Uh-huh. Do you know what it might be, or do you need to try it on your try it page?
You need to try which
Okay. I'm going to give you a clue. These two letters are correct, and it is a vowel in the middle. So you just need to think of another vowel that might make it look right. Does that make it look right?
I think so.
Not quite. Try a different vowel. See if that looks right.
Yeah, that one looks right.
Good for you. How about I give you some boxes? You're nearly right. That means close the door.
Oh.
Okay? So here's what I'm going to do. You're going to put your C, your L, and your O there. Go ahead. Because you already have that down. Now, you say it slowly underneath as I go across the top. Close.
S.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes before an S, what do we often see?
N.
Before the S. These two often go together.
E.
This is crazy. You cannot hear it, but it makes it look right.
Is it?
Can you use this word to help you? What letters?
TH.
And here's the reason. Because you often see clothing and then clothes, when you put the ES, you can't even hear that TH.
So you have to have a TH?
You do, to make it look right, don't you? All right, so I'm going to cover this part up for you to then fix that up. Okay. Is that it? Okay. So do you have periods and capital letters when you have periods after?
Not right here.
Did you have a period?
Yeah.
Okay, so then what do you need to do?
I need to change it.
Now these are some things that you can start doing automatically that are kind of easy, okay? Like you go back and you see if that looks right. Anywhere else you need to fix it up?
Right here.
Okay.
It's always with a T.
You can start checking on that with yourself now, instead of having me check for you. Now in that last sentence, there's one word that doesn't quite look right. Can you find it?
Went?
Okay. Do you have went anywhere else?
No.
Okay. And I think we had gone through several wents, didn't we? Or was that another one? Went is correct.
Only that I feel that it looks like an H.
Oh, you were wanting to make it look more like an N.
Yeah.
How about I just put this on top? That's a great idea. Thank you for mentioning that. There's another word that doesn't quite look right in the last sentence. Most of them we've worked on, so it's one that we probably haven't worked on.
They?
Does that look right?
Yeah.
I think it looks right.
Store. An E at the end.
Do you see what I mean? It had all the sounds. We just need to make it look right with that E. Okay? Now, what word do you want to teach yourself that you don't know? What are the words that we worked on today? It could be clothes. It could be laundry. It could be curtains. It could be kitchen.
Clothes.
Clothes. All right. So the only part about clothes that's really tricky
is TH.
TH. Okay? So think about how that looks, and I want you to try that word clothes right there. Can you write it kind of small so we can fit it in a couple times? Are you thinking, oh, I should cover that. And before the S, you have to have that E, don't you? Okay, that was the other part we talked about. All right, think about how it looks and the tricky part in the middle. What's that word?
Clothes.
Let me see. You got the tricky part, didn't you? Do you want to try it one more time down here?
Clothes.
So now, when you ever have to write the word clothes, you know it sort of comes from that word clothing. It has that TH in it, doesn't it? All right. Well, thanks for reading and writing with me today. That was a lot of fun. And we're all set. Thank you. Do you want to go ahead and push the red button for me? The big one.
Okay.